Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Thank you. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, and home-brewed 5e items for your games. Today we're building the Cyborg Ninja from Overwatch. It's Genji. Born the youngest son of the Shimada clan, Genji was not the ideal child for a criminal family. Trained in the ways of the sword and the ninja, Genji was expected to become as ruthless as the rest of his clan. But while he was an amazing fighter, he would have rather enjoyed his life with his beloved older brother Hanzo. After the death of their father, Hanzo rose to leadership and was manipulated into finally bringing Genji into the clan as a proper criminal. In a final act of defiance, Genji refused and fought his older brother. In the end, Genji died by his brother's hand, and Hanzo exiled himself for betraying Genji. At least that's what everyone thought. In truth, Genji survived and was rescued by the world's elite heroes, Overwatch. Now a cyborg, Genji stands with Overwatch to protect the world, and hopes to one day have his brother stand with him again as a hero. Genji's new body comes with a host of new abilities, as well as physical enhancements to himself. Among these is an increased durability, speed, reflexes, and can launch shuriken blades from his arms. He's also armed with several special swords that can deliver massive damage at incredible speed. For today's build, we're using the Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. We're using standard point array to keep things simple, and we are multi-classing, so watch those minimums if you use another system. Make Dex 15, Charisma 14, Con 13, Wisdom 12, Strength 10, and we're going to be dumping Intelligence with an 8. I don't believe you should have a negative, but it's the only thing not important for this build. Genji is a human but has seen some serious stuff and had to be upgraded. Reborn from Van Richten's can be a lot of different things other than undead. I know I use Reborn a lot, but seriously, it works great for constructs, cyborgs, homunculi, hell, even Time Lords. Just about anything that's far sturdier than a normal creature and has been created or modified in some way. I'd actually prefer to literally make you a cyborg, but I can't use homebrew on this channel, so talk to your DM about using Reborn as a basis for a cyborg lineage. Ancestral Legacy grants you 2 skills. Take Stealth and Performance. You seem like someone who would like karaoke bars and spend a lot of time there. I'm sure you picked something up. Knowledge from a past life lets you add a d6 to any skill check you make. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Deathless Nature makes you harder to end. You have advantage on death saves, saving throws against disease and poisons, resistance to poison damage, you don't eat, drink, or breathe, and you don't sleep and can't be put to sleep magically. Your long rests are 4 hours long where you remain conscious. Advice for making this a cyborg lineage? Drop the sleeping stuff and not eating or drinking, but that's just my advice. To finish out our lineage, you know the language Common and 2 others of your choice. For background, place +2 into Charisma and +1 into Con. For your origin feat, Tough doubles your current character level in HP and then adds +2 to each level after. For your skills, take Survival and Sleight of Hand. For your bonus proficiencies, go ahead and take what you want. You spent your time away from the family having fun and living your life, so think about what that means when choosing your other proficiencies. Level 1 Rogues start off with 4 skills. Take Athletics, Acrobatics, Perception, and Insight. You're proficient in all weapons that are finesse or light, light armor, thieves' tools, and have the saving throws, dex, and intelligence. Expertise doubles your proficiency bonus to 2 skills you have. Place this into Stealth and Perception. Weapon Mastery allows you to access 2 of the Weapon Mastery properties to weapons that you are proficient with, and you can change out which weapon properties you use at the end of a long rest. You have 3 weapons in the game, a ninja sword, shuriken, and a Nodochi. Heads up, you don't want a Nodochi. It would not have the finesse property, which means you can't use it for later features, but some would argue a katana, which is smaller, would be a finesse. Me, I argue it. So talk to your DM about that. it would just be a finesse longsword. For your weapon mastery, use a short sword for Vex. This mastery property allows you to give yourself advantage on your next attack before the end of your next turn on a creature you've hit. Thieves' Cant gives you 2 more languages. One is Thieves' Cant, which is a coded language, and one other of your choice. Sneak Attack deals extra damage when you hit with a finesse or ranged weapon while you have advantage on the attack or an ally is within 5 feet of the target. This damage starts off at a d6 but will grow over time. Level 1 Warlocks begin with Eldritch Invocations. These are special gifts from your patron, or in this case, Overwatch, or Blackwatch if we're diving into the lore, that boost your abilities or grant you new ones. You gain 1 at this level. For this invocation, Pact of the Blade allows you to summon a magical weapon of your choice with a bonus action. It can be any weapon you wish, and you will automatically be proficient in it. You can use this weapon as your spellcasting modifier, you can use your charisma for attack and damage, and when you create it, you choose its damage type from Radiant, Necrotic, or Psychic. I'd go with Radiant. If your DM allows a finesse longsword or you use adventures in Rokugan, then go with a katana. If not, take a rapier. Pact Magic makes you a fake spellcaster, as your magic is just upgrades to your body. You will have limited spell slots, but they will be maxed out to whatever spell level you are at, and you get used spell slots back at the end of a short or long rest. You start off with 2 cantrips and 2 first level spells. For your spells, Eldritch Blast lets you throw a shuriken out to 120 feet and deal 1d10 force damage on a hit. True Strike once sucked and now is pretty cool. Now you can make a melee attack and use your spellcasting modifier and it will deal radiant damage. Oh wait, you already do that. Why am I giving this to you? Because later levels, this is going to be good. Charm Person targets 1 humanoid within 30 feet and force a wisdom save. If they fail, they are charmed by you for 1 hour and see you as a friend. When the spell ends, they will know you charmed them. You were actually a charming bastard before you turned into nice Darth Vader. What, you never thought of Genji like that? Comprehend language allows you to understand any language you hear and read any word you see for 1 hour, but you will read slower. Think of this as some tech to help gather information on missions. Level 2 Warlocks gain Magical Cunning. This allows you to spend 1 minute to recover used spell slots that equal half your Warlock level, which is good because you only have 2 slots right now and getting 1 back without a short rest is really nice. You can do this once per long rest. You also gain 2 more Eldritch Invocations. For your invocations, Otherworldly Leap lets you cast Jump without a spell slot. This pushes your jumping distance to 30 feet for 1 minute. Armor of Shadows lets you cast Mage Armor without a spell slot. This gives you an AC of 13 plus dex for 8 hours when not wearing armor. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 2 Rogues receive Cunning Action. Dash, Disengage, and Hide are bonus actions for you. Level 3 Rogues now have access to their subclass. Thief from the Player's Handbook is going to pair nicely with you. Second Story Work gives you a climbing speed equal to your walking speed, and you can now use your dex modifier for your jump distance instead of strength. Heads up, by the end of this build, this is going to be close to your Otherworldly Leap, but using Otherworldly Leap will still get you further. So if you want, drop Otherworldly Leap soon, but I would keep it for emergencies. Fast Hands turns Sleight of Hand into a bonus action for you. Steady Aim lets you give yourself advantage on your next attack with a bonus action on a turn you haven't moved, but reduces your speed to 0 until the end of your current turn. Finally, your Sneak Attack is now upgraded to 2d6 extra damage. You've reached character level 5, bring your proficiency bonus up to +3. True Strike now deals an extra 1d6 radiant damage on a hit. Told you it was going to get better. And Eldritch Blast can now be fired twice with a single action. Level 4 Rogues earn our first ability score improvement, Let's Grab a Feat. Charger from the Player's Handbook adds +1 to your dex and then improves your movement. Now when you dash, you can add 10 feet to your speed with that movement, and when you move at least 10 feet in a straight line towards a target and then attack them, if you hit, you gain one of 2 effects. You will deal an extra 1d8 of damage or push them back 10 feet if they are size large or smaller. You can use this attack once per turn. Level 5 Rogues gain Uncanny Dodge. Now when you take damage and you can see what is causing the damage, you can use your reaction to have it. Cunning Strike allows you to alter your sneak attack to add new effects for a cost from your sneak attack damage. You can only use one effect with your sneak attack, and the DC for this is based on your dex, not your charisma like your spells are. For these effects, Trip costs 1d6 and forces a dex save if they are a size large or smaller, and knocking them prone if they fail. Withdraw costs 1d6 and allows you to disengage as part of the attack and move up to half your total speed with this. Poison costs 1d6 and forces a con save, poisoning them for 1 minute, but you need to have a poisoner's kit for this. Finally, your sneak attack is now 3d6 extra damage. Level 6 rogues receive 2 more expertise. Place this into acrobatics and sleight of hand. Level 7 rogues now have evasion. Your dex saves are improved, and now you take no damage with a success and half on a failure. Reliable talent improves your skills even more. Now when you roll a skill check with a skill you're proficient with, any roll of 9 or lower counts as 10. Your sneak attack is now 4d6 extra damage. You've reached character level 9. Bring your proficiency bonus up to +4. Level 8 rogues earn another ability score improvement, bump up dex. Level 3 warlocks gain access to their subclass. Hexblade from Xanathar's will make you a better Black Op warrior. Hex Warrior gives you proficiency in medium armor, shields, and all weapons. Also a few other things, but they don't matter since you already do them. Hexblade's Curse allows you to mark a creature within 30 feet with a bonus action. For 1 minute the creature is cursed and you gain several benefits when fighting them. First, you now add bonus damage equal to your proficiency bonus. You crit against them on 19 or 20, and when they die you regain HP equal to your warlock level plus charisma modifier. You can do this once per short or long rest. Hexblade spells is kind of up in the air right now on how it works. It used to just be an expanded spell list, but now subclasses auto give you spells, but this hasn't been updated yet, so talk to your DM. I don't see why just giving you these spells wouldn't be cool. These are not game-breaking spells, especially for someone with only 2 spell slots. If they agree with me, you get the spells Shield and Raffle Smite, which will be good for you, but we're not going to talk about them since we need a ruling on this. Your spell slots are also upgraded to 2nd level. For your spell, Spider Climb lets you climb any surface, including upside down, with a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour while you maintain this spell. Your character level 11, True Strike, now deals 2d6 extra radiant damage, and Eldritch Blast can now be fired 3 times with a single action. Level 4 Warlocks earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Dex. For your new spell, Invisibility turns you invisible for 1 hour while you maintain the spell, or until you cast another spell, make an attack, or deal damage. You get your final cantrip here, have fun choosing. Level 5 Warlocks gain 2 more invocations. For your invocations, Thirsting Blade allows you to attack twice with a single attack action while wielding your packed weapon. One with the Shadows allows you to cast invisibility without a spell slot, but only when you are in dim light or darkness. Your spell slots are also upgraded to level 3. For your new spell, Take What You Want, we're actually good on Warlock spells now. You're now character level 13, bump up your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 9 Thief Rogues receive Supreme Sneak. This gives you a new cunning action. For this effect, you can now add to your sneak attack. Stealth attack costs 1d6. If you are using your hide and attack, you remain hidden if you end your turn behind 3/4 cover or total cover. Your sneak attack is upgraded to 5d6 extra damage. Level 10 Rogues earn another ability score improvement, Raise Your Charisma for better spell attack and DC. Level 11 Rogues gain improved Cunning Strike. You can now use 2 Cunning Strikes per sneak attack, but you still have to pay the cost for both. Your sneak attack is now 6d6 extra damage. Level 12 Rogues earn our final ability score improvement, Cap Off Charisma. You are now character level 17, max out your proficiency bonus at +6. True Strike now deals 3d6 extra radiant damage on a hit, and Eldritch Blast can be fired 4 times with a single action. Level 13 Thief Rogues receive Use Magical Device. You can now attune with up to 4 magic items. When your magic item requires you to use a charge, you can roll a d6, and on a 6, it can be used without a charge. And finally, you can use spell scrolls, but this isn't good for you since it requires your intelligence, and we are not able to get that any better. Your sneak attack is now 7d6 extra damage. Level 14 rogues now have Devious Strikes. This adds more effects with higher cost to your cunning strikes. For these effects, Daze costs 2d6 and forces a con save. On a failure, they can only do one thing on their next turn. This can be an action, bonus action, or move. Obscure costs 3d6 and forces a dex save. If they fail, they are blinded until the end of its next turn. Knockout costs 6d6 and forces a con save. If they fail, they fall unconscious for 1 minute until they take damage or succeed on repeating the save at the end of each of their turns. Our final level is level 15 Rogue, and you get Slippery Mind. You are proficient in Wisdom and Charisma saves. To end all this out, your sneak attack is now 8d6 extra damage. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 14, Intelligence 8, Wisdom 12, Charisma 20. Your total levels are Warlock 5, Rogue 15. Let's dive in. You are the peak of ninja warriors. You have a 20-foot long jump, 10-foot high jump, and this is just your normal jumping. You can push that to 30 feet using your enhancements. You also have a climbing speed of 30 feet, and this can be improved by being able to climb any surface, including upside down. You can move again with a bonus action, disengage from fighting, your stealth is plus 17, and this can be never lower than 27 on a roll. And you can make stealth be at advantage by becoming invisible. You're deadly at range and melee. Throwing your shurikens out to 120 feet, you're dealing 1d10 and can fire up to 4 times. With melee and using a short sword, you're dealing 1d6 plus 11 plus 8d6 radiant damage. You can add a d8 to that if you charge them, and another 3d6 radiant damage on top of that if you're using your basic cantrip and don't want to attack twice. Best part of all this is all your attacks are magical. Finally, you're pretty tough. You have advantage on death saves. Dex saves are better than norm. You can cut damage in half, advantage against poisons and diseases, resistance to poison damage, have 4 different saving throws, can heal yourself, your AC is 18, and taking the average, you have over 180 HP. Downside. Only real problem is low intelligence. You are proficient in intelligence saves, but that will only give you a +1 to the save. You do have limited resources with 2 spell slots, but you can get those back pretty easily, and you're not completely reliant on spell slots, so it doesn't matter. Time to live a life of honor and dedication, but don't give up hope either. Your brother is simply lost for now, and soon will stand with you again. I'd like to give a special shout out to my Artificer tier. Thank you John Martin, Christopher R. Hunter, Java Squirrel, Matthew Dens, Burton, and Jonathan Haynes. You guys rock. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.